What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another... Hold on. Give me 1 second. We have breaking news. Oh my goodness. Joey Gallo is hitting over 200.
He gets jammed, but he lifts it down the line, and it's deep, and a leap,
wow,
and it's gone. It gets out of here. To Gallo's advantage, Haniger ran out of room. Look where that pitch is.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo is no joke, okay? And I can tell you from firsthand experience, when I was a freshman in high school, I gave up a 500-foot home run. So the fact that Joey Gallo is hitting bombs against lefties, ooh, the league better watch out. Oh my gosh, wait, what? Another breaking story? Okay. Jacob deGrom of the Mets finally won a game.
He's running, and the pitch swung and missed. Throw to second for the strike him out, throw him out, double play. He strikes out Jeanette on a curveball in the dirt. It's the first time in 51 days Jacob deGrom is a winning pitcher.
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB Recap, and we have a few stories to talk about before we get into the games from yesterday. And the first one, again, Jacob deGrom finally won a game. So Jacob deGrom went 6 innings, had 10 Ks, did not give up a single run. He lowered his ERA down to 1.77. So there was a fun article came out that said, who are the guys in history that have won the least amount of games but had the lowest ERA? And the last guy to have about the same amount of wins and a really low ERA was a guy named Joe McGrain back in 1988, and he had a 5-9 record, but a 2.18 ERA. That is tough, man. And just the fact that Jacob deGrom is now 1 game under 500, it's just with a 1.77 ERA. Mets fans, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like you need to trade this man, okay? It's the same way how I feel about the Angels and Mike Trout. They're squandering so much talent, and they just need to trade him to a World Series contender and let him get a ring, and then he can come back, okay? And then we saw Joey Gallo with the 2 bombs against the lefties, which is a great sign because I think the guy is hitting like 100 against lefties this year. So if he can turn that around, maybe hit lefties at 250, even that, he's going to be elite in this league. And let me tell you, he can hit some balls very, very, very far. Just roll the high school tapes because this is the last time that I saw him. And then since then, he's gained about 50 pounds of muscle, and yeah, he's just he's no joke now. Even roll it. Two more fun little stories that happened yesterday. This one's not so much as fun as it is probably the biggest nightmare I could have ever had in my entire life. Yeah, this umpire, he's just doing his thing, working his 9-to-5 job, and a bug flies in his ear and gets caught in his ear, and he has to have a trainer come out and pull it out.
Ear. Oh, jeez.
What? There's a moth in his ear. I mean, luckily, the baseball gods did not allow that moth to go inside his ear canal and into his brain. I don't know if that's even possible. To be honest with you, the 2 biggest random fears that I have in life is a bug entering my ear and a snake coming up from the toilet when I'm using it. So those are my 2 biggest things. And this guy, oh, I feel so bad for him, man. But he took it out. He went back and was doing his 9-to-5, and oh God, props to you, man, because that moth would have destroyed me. And then finally, we have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the #1 prospect in all of baseball, hit an absolute tank yesterday.
2-0. Oh, that's deep to center field, way back there. You can forget about this one. That ball is gone over the back wall at the 404 mark. Guerrero got a breaking ball, and he absolutely annihilated it.
So Vlad Jr. raked in AA. In the last 7 games of him in AAA, he has a 389 average. He finally hit his first home run. The guy is just a hitting machine. The only thing that I would say is he's a little bit tubby, and I'm not saying tubby is a bad thing because he's got so much brute force. He hits bombs. He's got the glove as well. I mean, the guy, he can do it all. All right, so I'm pretty sure that covers all of the fun stories that happened yesterday. So let's get back into the actual baseball games. The Brewers are going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next coming years. I don't know how many guys they have signed long term, but the fact that they just traded for Mike Moustakas and Jonathan Scope, and that they have Travis Shaw playing second base. He's not a second baseman, but when your lineup is so powerful that you have to keep Travis Shaw in it and play him at second base, you know you're about to hit some home runs and score a lot of runs.
A pitch to Aguilar, sends this into right field. Franmil Reyes going back to Shaw, and that's hit well into center field. Margot, and he hits one deep into right center field. It's back to back to back.
So we got Lorenzo Cain as one of the top 5 WAR players in all of baseball. If you guys don't know what WAR is, wins above replacement. And I think Christian Yelich is now creeping towards the top 5 as well. So they have 2 potential MVP candidates on the same team. They added Mike Moustakas, Scope. The only thing that sucks about the Brewers is they never really have the best rotation in the league, and then their bullpen's always a little, and they always have one dominant guy like John Axford, Corey Nebel, or Knievel. I don't know how to say his name, but every time I turn on the TV and Corey Nebel's pitching, he gives it the home run to lose the game. So I'm not sure what's going on with him. So yeah, the Brewers, they're going to score a lot of runs, but their pitching is going to be something that is going to be a bit of a bugaboo in terms of trying to make at least the wild card in the National League. So the next story that we have is coming out from my hometown. Not really hometown because I'm from Vegas, but my favorite team, the Cleveland Indians. Francisco Lindor, the guy that has the biggest smile in all of baseball. Yeah, he did this.
Deep right field. Good night.
I don't know why I just did that. It's because Cleveland and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And did you guys know? Did you guys see that the All-Star game is going to be in Cleveland next year? And this is the All-Star logo. It's in the shape of a guitar. That's why I did this, because Francisco Lindor hit a home run. Yeah. What's crazy about Francisco Lindor is the guy almost is hitting 300. He almost has 100 runs. He's got 25 plus home runs. I think he has 75 plus RBIs and almost 20 stolen bases. And the guy isn't even in contention to win MVP this year. Not even the MVP of his own team. So that just shows how good the Indians are on the offensive side. And the fact that Trevor Bauer's having a Cy Young season. Corey Kluber has an ERA under 3. Carlos Carrasco has had a pretty dominant past couple starts. Shane Bieber's all right. Mike Clevenger's all right. We just got Brad Hand. Adam Simber. Andrew Miller's coming back. Cody Allen's. And I think the Indians, some of you guys said the AL Central is just trash, and that's the only reason why the Indians are in first place. But let me tell you, the Indians, they're going to be the dark horse going into the playoffs, okay? Just mark my words. Speaking of MVPs, I don't think Matt Carpenter is an MVP. I think that the salsa that he made is the MVP, because this man, oh man, ever since he made homemade salsa, I don't understand really what happened, but I guess he made homemade salsa, and ever since then, the guys went off, because he hit his 31st home run. Roll the tape.
3-1, hit out to right. He's done it again! 31 and counting!
I mean, he smoked it. All his 31 home runs.
So if I go to my stat sheet, Matt Carpenter is among the NL leaders in extra base hits. He's tied for first, doubles tied for first, slugging first, OPS first, home runs first, runs fourth, on base percentage fourth, walks fourth, total bases third. So yeah, the guy is absolutely on fire. And the craziest thing again about Matt Carpenter is he did not start off the season that great. I think he was hitting 200 up until he went on this tear. So Matt Carpenter, he is carrying the Cardinals. And if the Cardinals can maybe creep up in the NL wildcard race, you might see Matt Carpenter garner a few more votes, because Nolan Arenado, Freddie Freeman, Javier Baez, they're all garnering a lot. Eugenio Suarez is a dark horse as well. So man, the NL MVP is going to be a pretty crazy race. Remember yesterday how we talked about Juan Soto and that he was 19 years old and just setting the league on fire? Yeah, there's another young guy out in Atlanta. His name is Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh boy, he hit a 452-foot home run. See here.
High fly ball hammered center. Harper on his way back. He's going to turn. That ball is onto the batter's eye. Acuna with a mammoth home run.
Great extension. No doubter. Way up there.
And then if you don't think that's enough, in the same inning, if you go to center field, because that's where he lives, he's a center fielder. He's really good. He has a cannon. He has a lot of power. He's very fast. He just does everything very, very, very well. He also did this as well in the same exact inning, so that's cool.
8 up, 8 down for Fulte. Adams jumps all over the first one and hammers that to center. Acuna back at 4:02. Leaps at the wall, and he got it!
Timed it perfectly.
The game is going to be in great hands going forward. Francisco Lindor is still young. Carlos Correa is still young. We have Corey Seager who's going to come back from Tommy John. I think he's going to be great. Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, Juan Soto. These guys are going to carry the league for the next couple of years. And speaking of the league, do you guys remember Jayson Werth? Jayson Werth retired last year in June, and he pretty much said that super nerds, the people that like the WAR statistic, the people like OPS plus and all these different stats, he says that these nerds are killing baseball. So pretty much the gist of what he's saying is the fact that stats and all of this stuff, it takes the human side out of baseball. So he just wants people to stop worrying so much about stats, stop dissecting every single hit and run and everything like that, and he hates shifts. So that was the last story that we were going to talk about, but I want to turn it back to you guys. What do you think of Jayson Werth in his comments? Do you think that the shift is ruining baseball? Do you think that these quote-unquote super nerds viewers are ruining baseball, or do you like stats? Let me know in the comment section down below. And then I haven't talked about the standings in quite some time. So in the American League, the AL East, the Red Sox are still dominating. They are 81-34. Oh my gosh, almost 50 games above 500. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games. The Yankees are now down by 9. I feel so bad, Yankees fans. In the AL Central, the Indians are now up by 10 games. Now they're only 13 games above 500, so I can see why people say, oh, it's only because the AL Central is bad. I mean, you got a point there. I'm not going to argue with that. In the AL West, the Athletics are down by 5 to the Astros. The Astros are 73-42. In the National League, the NL East, the Phillies are ahead by half a game. Now, the NL East is probably going to be, the NL East and the NL West, that's going to be the tightest races going forward for the playoffs. But the Phillies are 64-50, the Braves are 62-49, half a game back. But the Braves are 8-2 in their last game, and the Phillies are 6-4. So, yeah, well, let's see how that goes. In the NL Central, the Cubs are up by 1.5 games against the Brewers, and the Cardinals are 6.5 games back. But let's see how that goes. Matt Carpenter is putting them on their back, so let's see if he can carry them. And then in the NL West, the Dodgers are now a half game back of the Diamondbacks. They flopped 3 times the last 3 days. Is the Diamondbacks in first, the Dodgers took the lead, and then the Diamondbacks took the lead again, and then you got the Rockies down there at 60-54, 3 games out. So, woo, it's going to be a crazy playoff race going forward. But that's going to be it for me today. Again, we covered a lot of different stuff. We have bugs in the ears, Jacob deGrom about to make history for all the wrong reasons, Joey Gallo is hitting lefties, Vladdy Jr, Francisco Lindor hitting walk-offs, Matt Carpenter in a salsa, and just everything else that we talked about today. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope that you guys did enjoy, maybe had a laugh. I always try to make these videos just a little bit humorous, but also a lot of stats and a lot of news and everything like that, because I just don't want to be all funny. I want to actually have a serious side to these videos as well. So if you guys enjoy these videos, slap a like on this one, subscribe, because I post these every single day at 11 a.m. and then also today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys like MLB The Show 18, I will be playing Shelfie, so do not miss that. Turn on the bells, because I might have a special surprise to the first people that comment on that video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you then. Peace out.